What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the name Bugatti? Is it mind-bending speed, the jaw-dropping price tag, or maybe it's that iconic horseshoe grille, a symbol of automotive royalty. For over a century, Bugatti has been more than just a car company. It's a legend, a benchmark, a dream forged in metal, carbon fiber, and pure audacity. Today, we're going on a journey to explore the story behind the world's most extravagant. Our story begins not on a racetrack, but in Milan, Italy, in 1881, with the birth of Ettore Bugatti. He wasn't just an engineer, he was an artist. His father was a renowned Art Nouveau furniture and jewelry designer, and that eye for beauty and form was deeply ingrained in Ettore. From a young age, he was fascinated by the burgeoning world of automobile. He built his first car, T-Type Uno, at just 19 years old, and it was so impressive it won an award at a Milan trade fair. This early success fueled his ambition. After stints with other manufacturers, Ettore founded his own company, Automobiles en Bugatti. In 1909, he chose a town in the Alsace region, then part of the German Empire, called Molsheim. This wasn't just a factory. It was a chateau, a villa, a place where artistry and engineering would merge. Molsheim would become the hallowed ground where automotive legends were born. The early Bugattis were masterpieces. Take the Type 13, for example. It was small, lightweight, and agile. In a world of hulking behemoths, the Type 13 was a revelation. It famously took the top 4 spots at the Brescia Grand Prix in 1921, earning it the nickname Brescia. This established Bugatti's early mantra: nothing is too beautiful, nothing is too expensive. And also, that winning races was the best form of advertising. But the car that truly cemented Bugatti's legendary status was the Type 35. Unveiled in 1924, it's arguably the most successful racing car of all time. With its elegant, streamlined body and revolutionary alloy wheels, it looked like a piece of sculpture. But on the track, it was a predator. The Type 35 and its variants racked up over 2,000 victories in its time, dominating motorsports in a way no car had before or has since. It was a perfect blend of Ettore's artistic vision and his son Jean. Bugatti, his brilliant engineering mind. Jean was a prodigy. He had his father's eye for design, but also a deep understanding of aerodynamics and performance. He was the driving force behind some of the most beautiful cars ever made, including the Type 57 SC Atlantic, with its dramatic, teardrop shape and a distinctive riveted seam running down its spine. The Atlantic is pure automotive art. Only 4 were ever made, and today, they're among the most valuable cars in the world. Owning one is like owning a Picasso or a Da Vinci. Beyond the racetrack and the show fields, Bugatti also created the ultimate expression of luxury, the Type 41, better known as the Royale. Conceived in the late 1920s, this was a car built for kings, and it was gargantuan. At nearly 21 feet long and powered by a massive 12.7-liter engine derived from an aircraft design, it was the most opulent and extravagant car of its era. The plan was to sell 25 of them to the world's royalty. Unfortunately, the Great Depression had other plans. Only 7 were ever built, and just 3 were sold. The late 1930s brought tragedy. In 1939, on the eve of World War II, Jean Bugatti was killed while testing a race car near the Molsheim factory. He was only 30 years old. His death was a devastating blow, and the outbreak of the war soon after forced the factory to close. Ettore passed away in 1947, and without its 2 visionary leaders, the original Bugatti company faded into history. For decades, the name lived on only in the memories of enthusiasts and the priceless classics that survived. Fast forward to the late 1980s. An Italian entrepreneur named Romano Altioli had a dream: to resurrect the Bugatti legend. He built a state-of-the-art factory in Campogalliano, Italy. And in 1991, on what would have been Ettore Bugatti's 110th birthday, he unveiled the EB 110. It was a supercar that lived up to the name. With a quad-turbo V12 engine, all-wheel drive, and a carbon fiber chassis, it was decades ahead of its time. It was a staggering piece of engineering, but once again, economic turmoil struck. The company went bankrupt in 1995 after producing just over 100 cars. The dream, it seemed, was over. But legends are hard to kill. In 1998, the Volkswagen Group acquired the rights to the Bugatti name. They understood the weight of that legacy. They weren't just buying a brand. They were becoming custodians of a myth. Their mission was simple, yet absurdly ambitious: to build a car that would redefine what was possible. A car with over 1,000 horsepower, a top speed of over 400 kilometers per hour, and the luxury to be driven every day. The engineering challenge was monumental. Creating an engine that could produce that much power was one thing. Making sure it didn't overheat, that the tires wouldn't disintegrate, and that the car was stable at those speeds was another entirely. It took years of development, countless prototypes, and pushing the boundaries of material science. The result was the Bugatti Veyron 16.4, launched in 2005. The numbers were just staggering: a 16-cylinder engine, arranged in AW configuration, 4 turbochargers, 10 radiators, 1,001 horsepower, at top speed of 407 kilometers per hour, or 253 miles per hour, making it the fastest production car in the world. But it wasn't just a brute. It was exquisitely finished, comfortable, and surprisingly easy to drive at normal speeds. It had truly fulfilled the mission. Bugatti was back, and it was more extreme than ever. The Veyron set a new bar for what a hypercar could be. But how do you follow up an act like that? For Bugatti, the answer was simple. You do it again, but better. In 2016, they unveiled the Chiron. The basic formula was the same: a quad-turbo W16 engine, all-wheel drive, and unparalleled luxury. But everything was turned up to 11. Power jumped to 1,500 horsepower. The design was more aggressive, more sculpted. The interior was a work of art, with every surface trimmed in the finest leather, carbon fiber, and polished aluminum. And the speed. The Chiron Supersport 300 Plus became the first production car to officially break the 300-mile-per-hour barrier, hitting a top speed of 304.77 miles per hour. That's not just fast. That's moving at over 447 feet per second. It's a feat of engineering that is almost difficult to comprehend. Today, Bugatti continues to push the limits. They've created track-focused monsters like the Divo and the Boulai, and one-off commissions like the La Voiture Noire, a modern tribute to Jean Bugatti's lost Type 57 SE Atlantic. And now, they are entering a new era. With a partnership with the electric hypercar pioneers at Rimac, the future of Bugatti will be electrified. The next chapter will see the brand merge its century-old heritage of combustion artistry with the instantaneous, silent power of electricity. From the elegant race cars of Ettore Bugatti to the world-conquering hypercars of the modern era, the story of Bugatti is a story of extremes. It's a relentless pursuit of perfection, a refusal to accept compromise, and a belief that a car can be both a high-performance machine and a breathtaking work of art. It's a legend that was born in Molsheim, died, and was resurrected not once, but twice, each time coming back stronger and more audacious than before. That is the magic of Bugatti. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through automotive history. If you love cars that push the limits of what's possible, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world's greatest machines. See you in the next one.